good, everybody? DJ Tekromancer here on Not Behind the DJ Decks. I'm playing video games. So, remember the last time I did this, I said I was going to do E3 wrap-up. So, this is like kind of like part one of the E3 wrap-up. I only really got to see Stadia on this past weekend. The EA Play show. And I watched Devolver Digital last night, and I caught up on the Microsoft conference this morning. So we're gonna kind of do this as a up-downs format, but for, you know, my take on up-down. So Stadia. Actually, I'm gonna give Stadia up. I like the concept. I like what they're trying to do with it, and most of all, I like the price. Price point right now, well, this is Founders Edition. We'll see what happens when it gets out of Founders Edition. It might cost more, and if it does, then that up might go toward down. But for what it's worth right now, I kind of like it. I was talking with a fellow colleague today, and we have kind of like a general consensus on how we feel the future of gaming is going to go with cloud. But actually, I'm going to save that for another video because I feel like I could talk on and on just about that. But for right now, Google Stadia gets it up. Alright, EA Play Show. EA Play Show, I'm going to give it up. Only because even though I myself is mostly there for Apex and the new Star Wars game, but I watched it all. Because even though I don't play like certain games like sports games and stuff like that, I have some friends that do. I have a friend that's a diehard FIFA fan, and them sitting there and going and doing the research on Street football and trying to incorporate it in the game, I think that's a good plus. Same like what they're doing with Madden and taking in a lot of things and trying to make the engine better. I think that's also a plus. So I'm actually going to give EA a thumbs up, even though I know stock-wise EA is in trouble and they need to figure out something soon. They said a little bit of something about Anthem and what they're gonna do, but I feel like they've already kind of burnt themselves with Anthem, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the game will get better in the next couple of months, but we'll see. Okay. Microsoft Conference. Microsoft Conference definitely gets a up. Couple of titles right off gate that I can tell you I'm definitely looking forward to. Battletoads, Gears 5, even though some people are like, ew, another Gears game. I'm a fan of Gears. I like Gears. Also Halo, fan of Halo, looks great. But some of the other stuff that showed up that threw us off guard, like the Minecraft dungeons, dude. I love dungeon crawlers like Diablo and stuff, and the fact that Minecraft Dungeons is done that way, I'll play that. That would be awesome. Yes, I will play that. So definitely looking forward to that. The other one was actually an indie title. Actually, there was two indie titles. So yes, I know I said 5. I'm throw 6. There's 2 indie titles that I'm really looking forward to. The 12 Minutes. Because that looks really cool, and I like the little time loop, trying to figure out how to break the time loop thing, and the story looks really cool, so I really like that. The other thing is something that they showed really quickly when they were showing ID at Microsoft, basically Indie at Microsoft. It was a little 2D RPG game, and it looked really cool. I forget the name off the top of my head. I'll try to link it here if I can, you know. Post editing. You can do anything in post. Isn't that right? But I'll try to link it here so you know what I'm talking about. But I like RPGs. It's been a while since I played an RPG other than Battle Chasers Night War. I love that game. That game's so much fun. But I take breaks now and then from it because the grind is real in that game too, to make sure your characters are leveled correctly. But anyways, I digress. But yeah, I'll leave that there. So I was really impressed. Yo, that new Pro controller that Microsoft made. Yes, I definitely want it. I have my old one, but the fact that you can get 40 hours of gameplay off of one charge, yo, sign me up. And the new hair triggers and all that, so you don't have to trigger as fast and stuff. Yeah. That was some cool piece of hardware that I think really gave Microsoft time to shine. And I know some of you are thinking, Bree, you mentioned your top 6 games, there's no Cyberpunk? No. Cyberpunk is on that list. You should realize that Cyberpunk is on everybody's list right now, so I don't even count that as, you know, looking forward to, because Cyberpunk is definitely up there. It's just like them announcing their new system, and they're saying holiday next year, and it looks like the new Halo Infinite is also gonna be a launch title for it for next year. So I'm like, okay, I'm excited, but I'm kind of not, because I'm like, okay, new console, I gotta buy the new console. How much is the new console gonna be? I do like the idea that they say, yo, no more load times. The game is gonna be seamless from point A to point B every time you play. That I really like, so yes, definitely a thumb up. So Microsoft, there's been some things, but there's going to be some more things. I'm going to elaborate some more things on another video a little bit later, talking about the general all-around theme of E3 this year, so I can definitely talk about that. Devolver Digital. Devolver Digital is just Devolver Digital. I mean, I'm gonna say up. So that's because I like indie development, and I've been, you know, I've been a big supporter of indie development, and I've been waiting to see what, you know, some new stuff coming out of indie development. But I also like some of the stuff that comes out of indie development. So, Devolver Digital as a publisher, they put on that weird, funny, good show, and I really like it. So, it's all good. It's all good. So that's my quick rack up on the, what's that, first 3 days? Yeah, first 3 days of E3, even though you could say Stadia and EA Play wasn't official E3 days. Microsoft and Devolver Digital was, but it's whatever. It's just the wrap up right now. I got to catch up on the PC show and Ubisoft. I forget what else was today. There was something else today. I got to relook at the schedule. And then Nintendo is tomorrow. I'm going to catch that. Then I'll probably put another video out of what I thought of all of those shows and give it either a up or down and go from there. Oh, I know what I'm forgetting. I am forgetting one. Bethesda. I saw Bethesda. Bethesda started out kind of like a down at first, because it was like, yo, y'all are not really pushing stuff. But then when it got towards the end, it definitely became a up. So like when it started at first, I was kind of like, okay, what y'all showing? But then when it got to Doom Eternal, and then they finally explained that they're fixing Fallout 76, about time, that you're fixing Fallout 76, Doom Eternal is going to be the ish, and that new mode, yo, that new mode is kind of like a dream for me. It's like fighting game meets like Doom. It's really cool. It looks really cool. I can't wait to try that out. That to me is going to be a lot of fun, and I like that because finally, like, companies are understanding that you don't need to copy another thing. Just do something that's unique to you, and then people would gravitate to that. So I like the fact that they did that with Doom. It's really cool. And that new game from the French side from Bethesda, the one where you also another time loop game. You can see a little theory with theme with me. I kind of like time loop stuff, but you either play with the two assassins, and one is trying to kill the other, trying to stop the time loop. So I thought that game looked really cool. I look to see more of that when that game develops, because I think that's gonna be really cool. So at first, Bethesda was down, but when it got towards the second half, it was a up. So yeah, Bethesda was a up in general, but like how it started, I was kind of like, what's going on here? But it's a up. So all right, that's everything for my wrap up. Stay tuned for another video. I'm gonna try to get it out. Once I see everything, I'm gonna try to see no later than Thursday, I'm hoping, but it might be Friday. But I'm trying to see everything so that way I can do a similar style thing with this. And then we're gonna be talking about the general theme of E3 this year. We're gonna be talking about some of the titles that is coming out, because oh my god, there are titles coming out. My dude, like, even though right now y'all know I'm a Borderlands fan, I'm gonna be focusing on Borderlands, but dude, Doom, Cyberpunk, man, I'm gonna be broke. But I'm not gonna try to be like broke. I'm gonna do this smart. But right now my focus is Borderlands. I'm gonna focus on Borderlands, bring you some more Borderlands content. Yo, new DLC. I'm gonna start leveling up so I can play that new DLC so y'all can see it. On Sundays on my Twitch, DJ Tekromancer at Twitch TV. So yeah, definitely check me out. So anyways, peace, love, and stay gaming, my friends.